Dear fellow citizens, this is part 2 of 2 of when I tell you one of my favorite of zillions of funny, hilarious stories about how they jailed me falsely, tortured me in Rikers falsely, my trials, everything fake, but all of it comical, because we have to remember, everything they did, not one thing they did to me was clever. All of it was Keystone Cops. But it didn't have to be clever, because they had an iron fist. They didn't need to have any brains. So everything they did was ridiculously over the top. Total clown car. I mean, this is some funny shit. Someday we're going to take all my transcripts and reanimate them like a South Park so you can see. But the problem is they fucked a lot of the transcripts up because the person who wrote down what I said was employed by Goliath. See any conflict of interest there? That's why they still use stenography even though it's cave drawings. I got to explain that. I got to digress again. I'm sorry. I know I'm the king of digression. We're almost to our wonderful story here, ladies and germs. But I got to digress with this because, again, this is a killer point that all Americans need to know. Not only do they still, in 2015, use stenography, that's the person using this weird thing, doing this weird language, to get down what everybody's saying in the court of law. Now, the federal courts use audio recording. Even in New York City, the housing court uses audio recordings. They're more accurate and more affordable for taxpayers. Paying somebody to fucking butcher transcripts, and they butcher them, is very expensive and inaccurate. It's the worst of both worlds. That's why they use it. Because the only person who needs an accurate transcript is us little people, the defendants. The government, if they cheat in a conviction, the only thing that's going to get you out is the transcripts. That's what you use in the appeal. If the transcripts are butchered, your appeal's fucked. See? The government made sure every single thing they do is dishonest and corrupt. That's how they win. That's how desperate they had to be. I'll give you just one example. In my Paul Stallings trial, he was this fucking super criminal landlord developer who framed me in a jail using a whole bunch of scams, and a lot of people believe the shit. Interestingly enough, guess when he had me arrested? That's right. He had me arrested within 7 days after I wrote a cover story for New York Press to 100,000 readers in New York City, Manhattan. Most of them, his customers, white college people. Were most of our customers, and almost all of his customers were white college kids. He owned a whole bunch of developments. I exposed a lot of his crimes. Village Voice made him top 10 worst landlords in the city. I went even further after him, exposed him. He was my landlord doing dirty shit to me and all kinds of other tenants. So he said I threatened his life, blah, blah, blah. None of it true. None of it remotely true. But humans are dumb and they believe whatever the newspapers tell them. But I had written, in New York Press, we were about 100,000 readers every week. It's a weekly paper, newspaper. Both good and bad shit inside of it. When I wrote for them, they were brilliant. Our biggest issue of the year, our two biggest issues of the year were the best of New York. We kind of put that on the map. Everyone else does it now, but New York Press popularized it. I don't want to take any credit. They popularized it before I started working for them. And our 50 most loathsome New Yorkers. Every year, New York Press would do a 50 most loathsome New Yorkers. It'd be celebrities. It might be Howard Stern. It could be all kinds of different people. I happened to make number 22 that summer, Paul Stallings, real estate developer in New York City. I made him look very bad. And within 7 days, I was arrested for harassing him. They said, oh, it has nothing to do with that article. Even better, just to show you how dumb their lies are, they said, this isn't because you exposed him as a criminal and he could go to prison for the things you exposed about him. That's not why he had you thrown in jail and smeared your reputation and lied about you. It's because you harassed him. I'd be like, really? So when? They're like, you harassed him 15 months ago. I said, well, why didn't you arrest me 15 months ago if what you say is true? Well, oh, they say, well, you also harassed him 9 months ago. I'm like, okay, so why didn't you arrest me 9 months ago when you say I broke the law? Weird. You never arrested me because I didn't break any laws until after I ruined his career in front of 100,000 people. To this day, most liberals believe those stories are true. No, just because Christopher exposed his landlord doesn't mean the landlord will retaliate. He's a multimillionaire. Why would he want to silence somebody who could put him in jail? That makes no sense, Christopher. You're crazy. Every liberal activist in New York City calls me crazy. They think, you're crazy. No landlord who's ripping off his customers would get angry if you expose that he's ripping off his customers, Christopher. You went to jail because you threatened his life, you idiot. let's move on. We're supposed to be talking about my psych shit. Funny psych hearing I had. So, as I was telling you in the last part of this video, they would throw me in jail using all kinds of excuses, all kinds of ruse. They do that in China. They do it in Soviet Union. They do that. You make up some shit because you can't charge the person with what you really want to put them in jail for, which is humiliating crooked politicians or businessmen and things like that. Like in China, they might throw you in jail for tax evasion or something. To silence dissidents, you see? You're going to use a Trojan horse. You're going to use something else to trick the public. And it works every fucking time because the public is as dumb as the criminals are devious. So, anyhow, getting back to our story, as I was telling you, what they would do is in each, I beat them in every arrest year after year after year after year after year. So I said to people, I said, at some point, they're going to have to fake a conviction to save face. They did with Annalisa Torres. Ridiculously fake case. Judge Annalisa Torres, who's now a federal judge. But not anybody, it didn't look good. A judge appointed by Giuliani convicted me when Giuliani was the alleged victim? You don't even need to know about law to know that doesn't make sense. That looks dirty as fuck. It's not even legal. You can't have a judge who's appointed by the alleged victim convict you. The judge can't even preside. This is idiotic. Look dumb. So I kept telling people, I kept warning them, I said, watch, at some point they have to fake a jury conviction of me. Because then that tells the public, all right, maybe the government was framing Christopher, but these are 6, because misdemeanor case is 6 jurors, these are 6 ordinary random New Yorkers who also say Christopher broke the law. They couldn't be lying. They're not all government employees. And I warned people for years. I said, they're going to convict me using a jury by any means necessary. Watch, they have to. It's common sense. Well, needless to say, they did. And the first one they did was with that Paul Stallings landlord trial. Again, I don't boast, all right, people? There's no reason to boast. I don't exaggerate. I have no reason to exaggerate. I've had 9 criminal trials. What do I have to exaggerate about? There were 10? Why would I ever need to exaggerate? My shit's insane. My shit's insane. 43 trips to jail, 7 arrests for political cartoons. What do I have to fucking exaggerate? My life's fucking nuts. So, what was the thing? Oh, I don't exaggerate. Some of my trials, like, I could tell you, you could play against another team and they could play really well and you're like, wow, you beat me because you guys outplayed me. Or there's times where the other team beats you because you fucked up. You know what I mean? It's not their skill, it's your lack of skill. When I go to these trials, you never know what to expect. You know, I have all the facts behind me, but that doesn't mean shit. There are judges who will not allow you to present evidence. There are judges who will block all kinds of things. I had one of my trials where the judge just said, you can't do a defense anymore because we ran out of time. And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing any judge has ever said in a trial in U.S. history. Sorry, you can't really have a defense case because we ran out of time. Desmond Green, he got a big pay raise. Now he's a Supreme Court judge in New York State. He won't be going to prison either, even though he got caught breaking the law over and over again. The criminals don't go to jail. Us innocent people do. So, you never know what's going to happen at trial. The judges have they have almost complete leeway to do anything they want. And what happens when you give somebody absolute power? That's right, they become absolutely corrupt. And most of the judges I dealt with were super duper corrupt. Plus, remember, they already all had a conflict of interest. I was famous as Giuliani's #1 enemy, and I'm in front of all judges appointed by Giuliani. Giuliani didn't even have to call him up to say, make sure you fucking roast that motherfucker. I mean, make sure you roast that motherfucker. He didn't have to make the call. It was implied. If you don't fucking convict CXB or fuck this motherfucker over, oh, Rudy's watching, and you're going to get fucked up the ass, lose your pension, and your reappointment, motherfucker. So you better toe the line. Every judge who dealt with me saw that I was fucking right about everything. Every judge saw plain as day. Everybody saw. Everybody in the courtroom. It was hilarious fakery. Nobody was buying what was going on. But I still said they have to fake a jury trial. In the Paul Stallings case, me versus my landlord, the official story is crazy CXB threatens to peel the flesh off his landlord, all kinds of shit. None of that was true, but it worked. But now here's what's funny is, not everybody got to see the trial, and the transcripts are garbage. I was there all the time. I can recreate the trial tomorrow. We can even recreate the trial with the same principles. The trial went better than my wildest dreams. Example, a lot of the evidence I needed, I couldn't get my hands on. Oops. The DA provided it to me. I'm not going to go into specifics because I'll digress forever. It's such good shit, though. And they do this often. You see in other cases. The government's so stupid, so arrogant. Tortoise v. Hare. Look up Tortoise v. Hare. The government is so arrogant in their fucking omnipotent power that they fuck up left and right. They often give other people, they often give their opponents the evidence accidentally. That's what they did to me. So, I mean, what I'm saying is, I would tell you, if a trial goes very badly for me, I will let you know. Like the Annalisa Torres trial for burglary for going up to Step City Hall. That trial, in a lot of ways, went very badly. Example, my lawyer never called the main witness, Frank Lombardi of the Daily News, who watched it. That's devastating. You could lose a trial just from that one criminal fuck-up by my lawyer. I could have lost the trial. The main impartial witness, you never called him, and I'm not allowed to do anything about it? That's fucking insane. But you can see it created a handicap. Now, I'm very fair and honest. I can tell you, oh man, they put up a pretty good fight. I've never had a trial. I've never had a court case where the government put up a good case. Never. It's always been an embarrassment of riches for me. I'm like, wow, you just contradicted what you said 3 minutes ago. Now remember, granted, to be fair, I am amazing, but my cases win themselves. My secret weapon is I'm telling the truth. How are you going to convince anyone that I'm lying when I'm telling the truth? You see, they have quite an uphill battle. In their defense, it's not just that they're idiots and they're arrogant and fucking overconfident. It's that the judge is in their pocket and everything else like that. But everything they're saying is fictional. You know what I mean? There's no way they can pull that off. That's why they have to go to the ends of the earth to Keystone Cop this shit up. It's fucking glorious. All of my trials have been bloodbaths. And usually I go in pretty worried because I can't trust my attorneys. I can't trust I know the judge is appointed. I know the judge is an ex-DA. The first thing I ask is the judge an ex-prosecutor? Yes? Okay. So I have a judge who's illegally serving. That's bad. And I have a judge who's in bed with the DA. Okay, that's very bad. There's no way I can get a fair trial. It's done. We're done here. But I'm going to do as much damage before you frame me into jail or frame a conviction. I'm going to fucking make sure I fucking destroy you assholes before you fucking get that fake conviction. And all of my trials have gone so great. I mean, in the biggest trial I had, the hugest one with the New York Times and everybody sitting there watching the whole trial, and with Angelina Jolie's uncle in the trial, he wrote Wild Thing and he wrote Angel of the Morning. Look it up. Nobody knows that. Angelina Jolie's uncle, James Voight, uses a pen name, Chip Taylor. And he wrote 2 songs you've all heard, and nobody knew he wrote either one of them. And nobody, I know a lot about songwriters and music business, etc. Nobody I know knows the same guy who wrote Wild Thing wrote Angel of the Morning. That's incredible trivia. He was a real great guy, and he loved me, and he told me he loved me. But in that trial, my attorney, my 18B, what the fuck was her name? And she's a legendary scumbag. But that's why they gave it to her. She did everything in her power to lose me that case. She did more than any of my dirty lawyers to help the DA cheat me. And luckily, I was at the when she was done, I was like, there's no way the jury can clear me. She has done more than my opponents to try and falsely convict me. Because again, remember, I'm not allowed to speak. When I'm under oath, I tried to throw the kitchen sink in there. I'm like, you can fuck up my case all you want, you dumb bitch, but I'm going to still fucking sneak. You should see how I am under oath. It's good. I've been called the best defense witness of all time. If that sounds like a boast, put me on any witness stand today and have 5 million lawyers watch me. I'm the best. Thank you very much. Again, it's even easier because I'm telling the truth and they're all lying. But, so we're almost to our point, ladies and gentlemen. So I apologize profusely. I agree. I'm a horrendous storyteller and I digress too much. Also, again, if you're a late listener, the accent is fake. I prefer it to my own speaking voice. And sometimes I'll slip into redneck too because it's more fun than my own speaking voice. I just forget to keep speaking in a British accent because I get digressed on these wonderful tangents. We were talking about framing me with juries. I don't want to get too much into the Paul Stallings trial. That's, oh my God, that's 17 Hollywood movies in one. So good, so good. The stuff they did, the way I beat the shit out of them, so good. But here's a secret for all you Americans. Now, at the time, I didn't think you could cheat a jury. I thought, you know, you're going to have regular citizens, and then they're out of business. But I watched that jury throughout the whole trial, and I kept saying, something's wrong here. Something is wrong with this jury. These are not a pool of 6 ordinary New Yorkers. Now remember, you interviewed them, what's your favorite, what do you do for a living, I don't know, what's your favorite newspaper? But this jury was fake. I was watching this jury going, there's no way, there's something fishy about this jury. I can go into specifics, but I'm not going to. I'll digress forever. And you know I will digress forever. They cheated that jury. Now, I don't know exactly how. Example, we can agree with this. How hard would it be to plant a jury pool with law enforcement agents dressed in their regular clothing? Men, women, black, white, old, young. How hard would that be to do? We can all agree it actually would be pretty fucking goddamn easy. It would be pretty fucking easy. It would take a couple hours to pull that off. And no one would ever be the wiser. Who would know? It looks like 6 ordinary New Yorkers. So don't get me started. And blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they got their first jury to convict me, which I had told everyone for a few years that was precisely what they would do. And we have the names of those jurors. I would love to go down. I would have tracked all those people down by now and investigated their backgrounds, etc. Except what they would do is each time they would rape me and destroy me, they would just keep piling on new arrests and new arrests because they said, he's going to beat this one on appeal. So we have to keep arresting him new shit. So he's so busy with his current cases that all the fake convictions we've managed to scrape, they scraped 3 together in 2006 because they now had a billionaire. Fuck this amateur Giuliani. Now there was a billionaire trying to frame me into jail. You can imagine how that went. And the same with the Paul Stallings. That jury, remember, this is 2006 we're talking about. The landlord jury, who I said was fishy, that was a case that was put together by a teen billionaire. Ding, 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 ding. Bingo. Yes, your suspicions are correct. When you're a billionaire, you can do a lot of very superhuman things. Anyhow, so I was proven correct again, sadly. And I love being proven wrong. Love it, because then it means the world's not so evil. And it means I can trust others, but I can't trust others. I always prove out to be correct, and my opponents or everybody else always proves to be wrong. It's depressing. It's very lonely, being the only person you can trust on the planet. Very lonely. But don't get me started. So they kept just, remember, each time they arrested me, they would crank it up 10 notches because they saw, shit, this guy is no ordinary opponent. This guy is a fucking motherfucker. He's fearless. He doesn't give a fuck if we kill him. He doesn't respond to torture. This motherfucker is... So they'd be like, well, now let's hold him for 5 weeks in jail. That judge, for the Paul Stallings thing, gave me 6 months in jail. Even the Metro, page 2 of the Metro, great photo of me, suggested that it was a fix. They made it look kind of like it was fixed, because it was. That reporter lost his job. Pat Arden. Because he told the truth, or a little bit of the truth. The whole thing was faked. And they faked a second jury trial against me a few months later. Everything about it was fake. I should do some videos about that. Maybe I will. I got a lot of shit I have to do, though, because I have to move in a few months. If you know anybody in New England who would like to have me as a house guest, preferably free, I'll do housework, etc. Or I'm a carpenter, I do all kinds of work. I'm a little fucked up. My body is still fucked up. Sometimes I can't even walk because my muscles, the nerve damage they did to me, with the torture, the starvation, sleep deprivation for 800 days, sleep deprivation destroys your brain. If you think I sound like I'm smart or articulate now, you should have heard me before they made me semi-retarded with sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation for 2 years will destroy the human brain. And it will also destroy you physically. People don't realize that. It destroys you physically. I have all kinds of muscular problems, nerve problems. It's going to take 2 to 3 years before I heal, based on past experiences. So, oh yeah, I'm losing, through no fault of my own, my friend is suddenly abruptly selling her home of 13 years. And I'm on my own, New England. All my friends have turned against me because they want to suck off the billionaire as well and climb that ladder. Everybody wants to climb the ladder because they're scared of ending up like me, the Mandela of America. Now Mandela sounds great. He became president. Yeah, well, for 27 years, it didn't look so good. New England. If you know anybody who can wants to house me so I can finish the lawsuits and resolve this shit, maybe get Bloomberg in prison. I'm going to do my best. But I'd really like to just focus on my music and art. I've done the political thing. I did a lot of damage. You people, I can't do everything for you. You got to do some shit yourselves. I want to just get paid, resolve these cases, get the remaining false convictions overturned, which they already essentially were last year. But now I have to do the fucking dot the I's and cross the T's. Lots of little work. Shitloads of fucking boring little work to get my reputation cleared. Even though it's essentially already been cleared. But officially, it hasn't been completely. Do you know what I mean? You will run my name right now. It still shows I have a few convictions on the books. None of them are real. And again, they were all thrown out last year, essentially, but not on paper, as of right now. But I have to move in a few weeks. Again, fuck, I have nowhere to go. No safety net. I've got very little money. It's winter. It's November now. It'll be November when I'm looking for a place to live. It's not very good. I don't have any family who is nice. I got nothing. So if you know anybody in the New England area who wants to help fight the greatest government, the greatest Nazis of humankind, and again, it's not as scary as it sounds. They don't really care about me that much anymore. Bloomberg is out of power, and the DAs are mostly gone, who framed me, etc., etc., etc. Now it's just time to get paid, ladies and germs. But, back to our story. Shit, it's already 21 minutes. Fuck, I rambled. I wouldn't call it rambling. I would say I'm digressing on other insightful tangents. Should be the name of my book. Again, I already have one book out, Perverted Little Creep. You want to read some of my Rikers diaries? I have a couple trial diaries, and you can see how trials operate. Every American should be tried. Please, after I'm gone, every high school should have legal courses. Every high school in America, we should do mock trials. So everyone can quickly see, oh my God, the jury process is corrupt. Everything about our trial process is dirty and faulty, and it's meant to be faulty. Like I said, with the transcriptions. And that's why I brought up the Paul Stallings trial, to show you how bad transcripts are. See, this is how digressions ruin my storytelling, because this was the whole fucking point of that digression. Most Americans will never know how fake transcripts are, or that they're meant to be fake. Here's an example. In the Paul Stallings trial, I explained under oath that I was trying to alleviate the conflict that he began. Alleviate. The historical record for all time says that I said I wanted to elevate the conflict. See a problem there? That's just one doozy. I could give you plenty more. Most people who, when I've told them that, they go, what? That's the exact opposite. Thank you. The transcripts, we still use stenography so they can manipulate anything they want to protect Goliath for all of history. Because remember, this isn't what my enemies didn't say I wanted to elevate the conflict. I, under oath, testified that I wanted to elevate, not alleviate, the conflict. And who's going to doubt it? Legal schools, 300 years from now, they're going to look at the transcripts and go, oh, well, this guy was looking for trouble. They're not going to think maybe they faked the transcripts. Remember, even in the best case scenario, transcripts aren't good. Even when the stenographer is really honest, transcripts aren't good. They're not meant to be, because the only persons who need a transcript that's accurate are the defendants. Goliath wants all the paperwork to be fucked up, because it gives them excuses to get away with all the illegal crimes they do every fucking minute of every fucking day. So we're almost at our fucking story now. This story is about, so they kept using the psych evaluations to hold me in jail and torture me and to ruin my reputation. This guy's being held for psych evaluations. He's being held for psych evaluations. He's being held for psych evaluations. It makes me sound like what? If anyone doesn't know me or hasn't heard me speak, they're going to believe what they read in the New York Times. They're going to believe what they read in the New York Post. All the fucking ordinary citizens are going to believe this horse shit. It worked. My reputation was destroyed. All my fellow liberals started repeating all the talking points of Giuliani and Bloomberg. Probably a coincidence. Even my own editors at New York Press helped Giuliani and Bloomberg every step of the way. Don't get me started. There's a reason why all lies, allies, is all lies. There's a reason. Remember? Hell, in World War II, the Allies all had built up Hitler. But they don't want you to know that. They were hoping Hitler, you want to know a secret? The Allies were hoping that Hitler, they helped prop Hitler up, hoping he would attack the communists in Russia. Stalin and the communists propped up Russia, I mean Hitler, hoping he would attack the capitalists. That's how all politics is run, ladies and gentlemen. It's all dirty tricks. What's the first casualty in war? Everyone forgets this. What's the first casualty in war? Truth. Wars are not won by bullets and guns. Wars are won by dirty tricks. See the Trojan horse. Dirty tricks is how you win a war. Propaganda, etc. So my reputation has been utterly destroyed, partially through these psych evaluation ruses. Now, remember, this is some scary shit, because in America, they would still have to prove I committed a crime, even if they had to fake a jury or fake a judicial verdict, to convict me. But if they get one psychiatrist to say I am a threat to myself or the community, by law, they can jail me for the rest of my life. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, there's more. They can also pump me against my wishes full of meds that turn me into a drooling imbecile. Guess we took care of CXB. I don't think there's going to be a lot of whistle blowing coming out of that guy. I don't think he's going to be teaching the American public how badly they're getting fucked. He's a drooling vegetable now. And that was part of their plan. The problem is they didn't realize they're going against the smartest motherfucker around, you dickheads. And I'm not simply smart, I'm actually a really nice person. And all the shrinks could see, I mean well. So check this out. Now we're getting into our story. This story is fucking amazing. So there had been maybe 3-4 times, I think, they did the 730 psych eval ruse that allows them to hold me in jail illegally past all legal deadlines under the guise of, well, he has to be seen by a shrink to make sure he's fit. Yeah, well, that takes 1 hour. And you don't even have to put me in jail to do it, liars. And it's not legal for misdemeanors, only felonies, liars. But who polices the judges? Just like who polices the media? Who polices the police who police the police? Nobody. So that's how we got everything so fucking good. I do. I police them. And I'm alone. I couldn't find one activist in New York City over 20 years who would help me. Not one left-wing activist would help me take on the Republicans. Every single left-wing activist protected the Republicans. Every one of them. That's another reason. Now, see, here's the problem. That's why you have a lot of these activist groups who normally would side with me. They have to destroy my reputation, too, because they were cowards when the shit mattered. When Giuliani and Bloomberg were robbing New York City of trillions and killing people and murdering women and children, the left-wingers cowered because Bloomberg was so rich and Giuliani was such an iron-fisted monster that all my fellow activists were scared of him. So they all choked. Now, as long as I'm alive, they're scared that if the truth comes out, they all look like accomplices to the Republican Revolution that murdered New York City. Do you see? Not just people like the Trachtenberg family slideshow players or Jessica Delfino or the art stars or the anti-folk crowd. All of them are scared shitless of me telling the truth, because if I tell the truth and people believe me, they look very, very bad. They look like super Benedict Arnolds. You see? So I'm fucked. I got all these people who need to neutralize me, smear my reputation. Don't listen to that crazy CXB when he talks about how we left-wingers didn't do nothing. Well, how did New York City get the highest taxes on earth? How did New York City get 5 elections of Republican mayors in a town that is almost completely Democrat? Explain that, liberal activists. You can't. It means you are complicit in the Republican Revolution. And you're hoping everybody forgets that. But I'm not going to let them. So I have to take on every fucking two-faced phony. It's a lot of work, ladies and germs. And boy, is my anus tired. But I'm bump. Let's get back to the psych evals. So, now even funnier. Oh, my neck hurts. Even funnier. Oh, so now check this out. So now Bloomberg was shocked. They still couldn't neutralize me. Even the billionaire couldn't shut me up. They faked convictions, everything. It still wasn't working. It still wasn't working. So what they did in 2010, was it 2011? I think it was an arrest by Jessica Delfino, the plagiarist currently known as Jessica Delfino. Everyone thinks she's just a funny comedian, singer-songwriter. Nope. She's a fucking Nazi right-wing bigot. Hell, all of her music is right-wing. But nobody noticed. Or they just thought she was joking. All the left-wingers protected her as she framed me into jail over and over again using Giuliani's tricks, which is ironic because she had said repeatedly when we were dating that all my arrests were fake and were done to silence my whistleblowing. Interesting, because once I started whistleblowing on her, she had me arrested. And nobody could see through that. Nope, they could. They were just all cowards. Cowards and cowards. So, at some point, I don't remember the exact dates right now, and it's not really that interesting, the story. Here's my point. Goliath finally did what they had tried to do for over 10 years, which was get a psychiatrist to say I'm mentally insane during one of these 7:30 psych evaluations. Now, I was sitting in jail at the time on 6 different false arrests. See, you see a pattern yet? They realize we arrest Christopher once, he kicks the shit out of us. If 50 of us jump him, he still kicks the shit out of us. If when 100 of us jumped him, he somehow still was like some super ninja. Some super ninja kicked the shit out of us. What the fuck? So they realized we need thousands of people to jump on him at the same time. If we arrest him once, he'll kick the shit out of us. Twice, he'll kick the shit out of us. So they were holding me in jail on 6 different false arrests. I can't even do 6 here. 6 false arrests at one time. So it's like, all right, he could get out of jail on these 2. So we need a 3rd backup and a 4th backup, a 5th backup to make sure he can't get out of jail. Like he always does. So this time, they did the psych eval, which was completely unlawful, etc., etc. And this time, and even funnier, they got the shrink. It was the same shrink who had said I was fine last time. It was the same exact shrink this time who declared me mentally insane and unfit for misdemeanor trial, who had cleared me the last time. In fact, he might have actually cleared me 2 previous times, saying Christopher's completely sane. He's really smart, talks really fast. I agree. Maybe there's some mania in there. I think they might have gone that far, but they cleared me. Whenever judges would hear me talk, they'd be like, Mr. Brodeur is clearly articulate and clearly not crazy. Sometimes they suggest otherwise. But that's what we're getting to. We're getting to this exciting hearing. Now, here's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our scoreboard. I'm sitting in jail. They're holding me illegally now, super illegally, on the psychiatric ruse. You follow me? Now, remember, I'm not only being held in Rikers and tortured, but they're doing stuff that's super illegal that looks super illegal. They find me unfit for trial. They get these 2 shrinks to find me unfit for trial. I'll give you some of the fucking examples of how they cheated. It's fucking funny shit. Now, whenever they give me a psych eval, the first thing I say is, hey guys, I just want you to know that I'm being held here because I piss off the government and I'm the mayor's #1 enemy, which the New York Times and the rest of the papers say. Now, before you write down, he has delusions of grandeur. He thinks the mayor is after him. I'm like, Google me, because I know what you're going to write. You'd be tempted to write delusions of grandeur. Giuliani insulted me on radio and TV dozens of times, you fucking idiots. I didn't call them fucking idiots. But my point was like, all you have to do is quick Google me. I'm notorious. I'm infamous around New York City as the #1 enemy of Giuliani and the #1 enemy of Bloomberg. I didn't make this up. You have to Google me. If you don't Google me, you just broke the law. I didn't say that either. But I repeatedly knew what they were going to do, and I knew how psychiatry works. It's fake. Most psychiatry is quack medicine, ladies and germs. Again, it's another job protection racket. A lot of it's pharmaceutical purposes. Fucking a racket, ladies and germs. Regardless, now here's some of the questions they asked me that they made them say, this is why we decided he's mentally insane and unfit for trial this time. We all thought he was fit every other time, but now he's giving us the same answers, but now we're coming up with different answers. Example, Mr. Brodeur, what does "you cannot judge a book by its cover" mean? We're going to give you a couple aphorisms, and you tell us what you think it means. You cannot judge a book by its cover. My response was, unfortunately, hyper smart. I said, it's another incorrect aphorism that society uses because they get everything wrong. Like when they say, I could care less. No, they meant to say they could not care less, but they're dumb, so they said the exact opposite of what they meant. And so I said, you cannot judge a book by its cover is a moronic aphorism that everyone accepts because they're morons. Example, if the book has a cover of a bloody knife and a hand holding that bloody knife, I can't judge it. Maybe it's a romance novel. Maybe it's a children's adventure book. Who knows? I can't judge it. Oh, wait. I would guess that it's probably a horror, murder, mystery, thriller, something like that. You can precisely judge a book by its cover. Oh, it's a busty blonde with some Fabio dude holding her in the wind? I bet it's a murder mystery. Oh, wait. Can I give a second answer? I think it might be a romance novel. You can judge a book by its cover. And I gave him that answer, essentially. And I was very articulate, and I made my point. They gave me another one. What does apples and oranges mean, Christopher? And I said, well, it's funny that you bring that one up, because that's another perfect example of how the human race is completely brain dead. I mean, to call them morons is unfair to morons. They are brain dead. They are unfunctionally. And it's amazing that humans can walk. It's amazing you can tie your shoes. Think about it. Apples and oranges. I said, apples and oranges, the society intended it to mean two different things. So the geniuses picked two things that are almost identical in every category. All the time, once a week, I will say it's apples and cinder blocks. Because I'm what you call an adult with a brain. And I know that, you know what's different than an apple? Cinder block. You know what's not very different from an apple? An orange. Example. They're both round. Well, that's not very different. You couldn't have found something maybe square to differentiate from an apple? You couldn't think of something square, maybe not round. They're both edible. You couldn't think of picking something that was not edible like an apple? Both are mushy. Both are fruit. Both grow on trees. But I can give you 10,000 more similarities. Both have a peel. I think both have seeds. The human race is so beyond brain dead that they picked two almost identical things to symbolize opposite things. Wow. That takes a special insanity, you humans. Now again, I have idiots, I have mentally ill retards judging me whether I'm sane or not. Bravo. That's why I'm voting for Jeb Bush 2016. He's going to finish you motherfuckers off. He's going to fucking burn this planet alive. Yay! Jeb, teach the dumb assholes a lesson. When you snooze, you lose. And you all deserve to lose. Did I not make a pretty damn good point about apples and oranges? My critics will always call me insane because they can't think of a specific criticism that's accurate. But did I not just completely obliterate the entire human race? Or at least Western civilization who uses apples and oranges? It's fucking retarded. On its face, it's retarded. The shrinks heard me and knew I was completely right. But they also knew that this was a serious, serious case. And the mayor's office and the billionaire were getting very fed up and very tired of me. So I was quite surprised when their report came out and they said they found you mentally insane. Unfit for misdemeanor trial. Now, just saying the words unfit for misdemeanor trial should be enough to put them away in a psych ward for the rest of their lives. But they work for Goliath, so they can do all this Nazi shit all they want. Now, there's a bright side to that. Being found, their argument was, well, if you're found innocent, if you're found unfit for trial, they're going to end up throwing the charges out. Like, yeah. The goal is to smear me as an activist and discredit all my reporting and investigative reporting. I'm not. My lawyer, shitty lawyer who works for them, tried to talk me into going with the flow, and I said, are you a fucking idiot? Obviously, he was already a fucking idiot before I even met him. But, now here's where we finally get to the real good parts of this story. I demand my right to challenge, in a court of law, the shrink's findings. Competency hearing or whatever it was called. Now, of course, so I have a court date from Rikers. I come to court, and I'm now in front of a judge who's going to hear me, my side, my shitty defense attorney, Jess Berkowitz, who's a fucking total crook, who even admitted he's a crook. Should have gone to prison a long time ago. Jess Berkowitz. Love the guy, like a brother, but he's a fucking criminal. And funny guy, cokehead, but a criminal nonetheless. Love him. Would be great to go out and drinks and party with, but you don't want him representing you in a court of law. He's lost. His lose rate is like 97% losing cases. That's another thing they don't want you to know. When you have a defense attorney they give you, you just say, hey, what's your win rate? I'm like, no, I've never won a case. Oh, that's probably why they gave you. That's probably why they assigned you to me, because you've never won a case. It's all illegal, ladies and gentlemen. All of this is illegal. Don't believe what they tell you. I can go on in greater detail if you doubt me, but please don't make me digress. We're getting to the funny-ass fucking trial. The judge is, what the fuck's his name? Now, here's where it's a roll of the dice. I was a lucky motherfucker here. Here's where luck came in. My lawyer, he says, all right, we're going to be in front of Judge, what the fuck's his name? He was one of the only good judges I ever saw. I said, is he a former prosecutor? Yes or no? And was he appointed by the mayor? He says, he's a former defense attorney. And I said, okay, I've won the hearing. I don't need to hear anymore. I won the hearing. If he doesn't have a conflict of interest, I've won. We're done. As long as he doesn't have to be scared of the mayor and he's not in bed with the DAs, I've won. Obviously, oh hell, all the facts back me up. So then what I did was, let's see, how quick can I make this? This is not going to be that long, so calm down. Chew your goddamn popcorn, kids, and shut up, crime brats. So this was so good. I begged all my hearings to be filmed. It said, my shit's so fun in a court of law. You can ask all the bailiffs and the court officers and everybody who's seen me in action. I make a mockery of the entire criminal justice system, and I'm good at it. And I'm funny as shit, too. Because I don't take any of it seriously, because none of it is serious. It's a farce. An ugly Nazi farce. And I respect it as such. But so now, my lawyer, he starts making his arguments. Now, he's horrendous. But I'm not sure, I forget if I asked to be lead attorney and they wouldn't let me, because remember, at this point, I'm still considered to be mentally insane. So this asshole has to do the talking for me, which is not good because I know his agenda. He's already admitted he's working for the other team. My lawyer, Jeff Berkowitz, has already admitted in private that, yes, he works for the other side. No shit, Sherlock. And when I tell judges that, every judge would give you, when you would tell a judge, Your Honor, my lawyer's not doing his job, which is, of course, a federal crime, you took an oath of office to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights. So you now have to do your job and obey your oath and punish him and get me a lawyer who will do their job. And every judge, creepy, this is creepy. I had maybe 10 judges who I had this argument with. I'm making a legitimate legal case. That is a legitimate legal argument. My lawyer is not meeting his obligations according to the federal case law. I have a right to a new lawyer, and he's broken the law. You need to fucking throw that asshole in jail for contempt. Every judge gave me the same exact sentence, like it was taped behind the bench. Each one said the same thing. I know your lawyer, Mr. Brodeur. I've worked for your lawyer for many years, and your lawyer is excellent. Every one of those 10 judges said, your lawyer is excellent. Some didn't say your lawyer is fabulous, your lawyer is very good, your lawyer is very competent. All of them used the word excellent. I wonder if the transcripts will show that. I don't have transcripts of all my court hearings, of course. I've had a zillion court hearings. Remember, 9 trials is just a tiny picture. 9 trials. There's zillions of court dates. And remember, the 9 trials were only for 9 arrests. There's 5 other arrests that they refused to go to trial against me. They choked. They cried uncle. 21 times they cried uncle. A few times I beat them in trial. We're talking about non-trials. Let's get back to our point now, which is this fucking funny-ass hearing. My lawyer butchers it. He's stammering. He's like, he's nervous. He doesn't know what he's fucking doing in any way at all. Now, I'm lucky again. This judge is not only a good guy, he's the chief judge. Do you understand that? The Manhattan courthouse, he's the top dog. Oh, now I've got a guy who's not afraid to protect me and obey the Constitution. Now you're real fucked. Listen to what happens. This is so good. Now you have to understand, we're having a court hearing, mostly empty courtroom, where I'm making my argument that I am fit for misdemeanor trial and these shrinks are incorrect. They have to testify, make their argument that no, he is incorrect. We're professionals and he's insane. And I have to make my argument. We both have to do it under oath. Oh, yeah, I love this shit. Because remember, I don't lie about anything. You can't catch me in a lie, motherfuckers. I love being under oath, and you don't like being under oath. So, long story short, he does a shitty-ass job of cross-examining the lawyer, the 2 shrinks. But I feed him enough things. Here, ask him this. While he's flubbing it, I'm writing questions. Ask him. And most of the time, he would read my questions. And even if he did it 1%, I'd still kick the shit out of him. But now, of course, the main event is when I get under oath. When the superstar gets on that bench, it's fucking over. Now, check this out. Before we even bring in the shrinks, the prosecutor, Ryan Hayward, who, again, is another little guy who has a Napoleon complex. He's been prosecuting me for years. And he secretly respects me, thinks I'm funny, talented, loves my art and music. But he's between a rock and a hard place. He doesn't want to lose his job. So he has to fucking make this garbage stick to the wall. He's just a cog in the machine. But Ryan Hayward is a fucking snake supreme. Ryan Hayward. In fact, he's also so incompetent that I coined a new verb called Hayward. It's like something goes haywire or wayward, but it goes Hayward. That means it goes forward and fucking goes wrong. Hayward. Get it? Ryan Hayward? His name is Hayward. W-A-R-D. Hayward. Hayward. I'm saying, your shit, I used to mock him all the time. Phone calls, etc. I'd write letters to him making fun of him. You got to see some of the letters I wrote to the... I am the most vicious motherfucker in the history of law. And I will say that on the entire planet Earth. You will never find anyone in every story in human history in a court of law, anywhere, who bitch slaps judges, prosecutors like I do. You got to see some of the fucking hilarious... Actually, some of it's going to come into this trial. Watch this. I'll give you... There's one really hilarious example in this of me bitch slapping this bitch. Remember, Ryan Hayward. Everything he does goes Hayward. Goes Hayward. It's like driving off a cliff. Hayward. Forward haywire. I'm fucking good. So he, before we even get to the actual testimony, he's trying to say, Your Honor, and this is hilarious. He's basically, he's not really talking to the judge. He's talking to me. But he's talking to the judge because that's what he's supposed to do. But he's really trying to say, and this is essentially what he says. He's saying, Your Honor, Mr. Brodeur should accept these findings that he's unfit for trial, because it means we will dismiss all the 6 cases against him pending. We will dismiss them. It was a way of them, because they didn't want to take any of the 6 fake arrests to trial, because they had heard about my reputation and knew I eat DAs for breakfast. I'm vicious. Again, also, I don't care whether I win or lose. That makes me a very dangerous kamikaze in a court of law. Also, they can't stop me because their only means of power in a court of law is to say, we're going to hold you in jail for contempt. But I'm already being held and tortured in jail. So the only leverage they have is gone. So of course I'm going to milk that shit to the ends of the earth. And I'm going to have a goddamn good time. You can frame me to jail and you can torture me, but we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm going to fucking beat the shit out of you while we do it. Metaphorically speaking. Ryan, repeatedly, he tries to say, Mr. Brodeur should just accept these findings and we'll dismiss these charges. Now, I know they would dismiss him saying I'm mentally ill. And even if I didn't go to a psych ward, the newspapers would jump at reporting that their #1 critic was found insane by 2 independent shrinks. Well, they aren't independent, but that's what the dumb assholes who read the papers will believe. It's like, look at all these different people. All these different people who keep saying CXB is insane. It's got to be true. You couldn't have that many people paid for by the exact same force to tell the same lies, could you? Again, I warned Ryan Hayward. I'm like, Ryan, you need to talk to your predecessors who've come after me. Do your homework first, because you're going to regret for the rest of your life who you fucked with, who you started a fight with. Kamikaze, the smartest kamikaze in history, motherfucker. And I'm going to make it entertaining as I beat you up, too. So listen to what happens. So I say, nope, fuck them. I'm going to clear my name. I'm not letting him sneak out the back door, as they're trying to do, and smear my reputation. Nope, Your Honor, let's do this. He says, all right, let's do it. They bring in the 2 shrinks. I think they testified first. The 2 shrinks testify first. The government makes an argument. The shrinks testify. The shrinks looked like dumb fucks. Here was the 2 shrinks. Remember, they testify separately. They're not in the room together. Each one gave the same 3 points of why I am unfit for trial. Misdemeanor trial. 1, Mr. Brodeur talks very fast. Okay, well, you could say that about a lot of New Yorkers. New Yorkers are kind of known for talking fast. Ed Koch said that. You know you're a New Yorker when you start to talk fast. 2, they said, I have, what was it? There were two other points. One was, I'm blanking on one. One was, he doesn't respect authority. I said, Your Honor, they have a little bit of a problem. That's every person arrested. That's not a sign that you're mentally insane. Try again, boys. And the third point they had was just as dumb. I think it was that he was like arrogant or overconfident or something like that. It was that stupid. Oh, he's arrogant. Oh, that's what makes him unfit for trial. They couldn't think of anything. Now, we even confronted them under oath about this. We said, did Mr. Brodeur ask you to Google him? Because their reports did say he suffers from delusions of grandeur. So I had my stupid lawyer ask him, both shrinks, did Mr. Brodeur tell you to Google him so you wouldn't write delusions of grandeur and you would actually verify what he said is true? He is the #1 enemy of Giuliani and the #1 enemy of Bloomberg. Never mind that Bloomberg is the one paying you. They admitted, yes, he did say that. And then I got my lawyer to say, well, why didn't you? If you're evaluating somebody's mental state and you're claiming they have invented all this shit, but a simple, quick Google check could prove they're not insane and those aren't delusions of grandeur, why wouldn't you? I may have even used the example about O.J. Simpson. It's like, imagine you've got a defendant who's sitting in jail. The shrink wants to see his mentality. Let's say it's a shrink from India. Doesn't know a lot about American pop culture. And this defendant, this Negro criminal charged with double murder, he meets with the shrink in jail and they say, tell us about yourself. He's like, well, I used to be a movie star. I was a sports athlete. Whoa, this Indian shrink who was born and raised in India, who doesn't know anything about American pop culture, thinks this inmate, Orenthal Simpson, is fucking, oh, really? You used to be a movie star, did you? Really? Movie star, huh? Were you an astronaut too, OJ? Really? You were a sports athlete? Let me guess. Did you win the Heisman Trophy? If the shrink doesn't Google to verify the person's comments, we have a scandal here. We have malpractice. Now again, I could successfully sue 200,000 government employees who broke the law to fuck me over. But that's impossible to do. That's too many people. It's unwieldy. It's humanly impossible to sue 200,000 people. I need a team of 5,000 lawyers, and we need 95 judges and 600 courtrooms. You see? It's fucked. They win just by volume, sheer volume. They're going to get away with all this. But do you see what I'm saying? It's malpractice. If they didn't Google me, that's malpractice. And I'm so... This is one reason why it's so sad that they hit me with so many fake arrests and so many false trips to jail. This is partly why they did it, though. They're like, oh, even if he wins, he's not going to get most of us because there's too many of us, right? It's like 90,000 guys gang raping a girl. There's no way you're going to catch all 90,000 guys. Really insidious, creepy shit, these motherfuckers. Someday, if somebody watches these videos, they should track these motherfuckers down. I hope I have a fan out there someday who snaps and assassinates all these motherfuckers. Again, I don't believe in assassination. I think you should frame them into jail. And it's not that hard to frame people in jail. Get some cocaine, frame these people in jail, call the police, drop 911, frame these assholes. And if there are ever any fans out there who care, frame these assholes into jail. It's not that, even a prosecutor. There's 100 ways to frame a prosecutor in jail. Get a pretty girl, pay her some money to go and trap that motherfucker. Actually, get an underage girl, make her look beautiful, and get her to fucking seduce the DAs, the prosecutors. And then get it on camera and frame those motherfuckers. Do unto them as they did unto us. Fair is fair. We all agree, fair is fair. So, shit, it's 54 minutes. Oh my God. This is insanity. But I may never ever get around to diarizing most of the shit. There's just too much shit. Remember, we're talking about one hearing out of thousands. Actually, I don't think I had thousands of hearings. I probably didn't crack 1,000 hearings. But again, it depends. There were all kinds of hearings that weren't in a court of law. There were hearings that were inside of Rikers. There were all kinds of different types of hearings. So you don't know the facts. So anybody who fucking tries to judge me or says he's exaggerating, you don't know the facts, you dumb fuck. Shut the fuck up. Now, here's where we're getting to the really fun parts. So they didn't have an answer why they didn't Google me. So they looked like fucking jackasses. Because I'm kind of well known around the courthouses as a fucking political activist, pain in the ass. The newspapers would call me gadfly. And I am a gadfly. I don't mind that term. Pest, I don't even mind when they would call me the Giuliani pest. It's like, that's kind of a fair assessment. although Giuliani started it. So here's my favorite, one of my favorite hearing moments in a hearing ever. So good. Now, these shrinks testify, they look like jackasses. The only excuses they had is he talks fast, he's arrogant, he doesn't respect authority. Not one of those remotely meets the criteria for unfit for trial. Oof, you lost. I didn't even have to get on the witness stand. But of course, I always beg to get on the witness stand under oath. Please let me speak. When I speak, it's over. When I get to speak, it's over. Everybody in the courtroom realizes, holy shit, he's smart, he's honest, he's nice, he's funny. I love this guy. Damn. If I'm not allowed to speak, they just see a long-haired guy who looks like some Charlie Manson asshole. See? I have to be allowed to speak. I get under oath. Now remember, it's just a judge. What's his name? I'm blanking on it. He's a great judge in a lot of ways. And a coward in some. Chief Judge, Manhattan Supreme Court. He's the one deciding my fate. It's my shitty lawyer, Jess Berkowitz, prosecutor Ryan Haywood, working for Cyrus Vance Jr., one of the dirtiest DAs in U.S. history. Cyrus Vance Jr. Guy got caught in numerous scandals, and still something happened. The newspapers stopped criticizing him. I think because he covered up for Bloomberg in a big case, Haggerty Gate. Don't get me started. He put Bloomberg and Bloomberg's aides on the witness stand as the victims of they were robbed of $1 million, and he gave them immunity to testify. Now, I think any of you who know anything about law and order or anything, when you give a witness to testify, there's only one reason you give a witness immunity to testify. There's only one reason you give a witness immunity to testify. You only give immunity to who? That's right. You only give immunity to somebody who broke the law. Otherwise, there's no purpose of immunity. So he gave Bloomberg and his goons immunity. Now, right there, we have the DA admitting he knows Bloomberg committed a crime. Bloomberg will not get under oath unless he has immunity. Because in Haggerty Gate, Bloomberg could have gone to prison easily. He got caught. He got caught committing a whole bunch of crimes. In fact, Haggerty was looking forward to the whole case because he says, I'm going to fucking blow the whistle on this shit. They did a lot of the newspapers did a lot of dirty shit. I hit it. All the newspapers covered up. They didn't think it was... You have the mayor, the sitting mayor of New York City, testifying in his trial where he was robbed of $1 million by one of his buddies. And every news media outlet didn't think about reporting almost any of it. You still think I'm lying to you? Reporters are the most corrupt people who breathe air. There can be no corrupt politicians if journalists stop lying. There can be no corrupt big business if we stop journalists from lying. And the good news is, it's already illegal for journalists to lie. The only problem now is none of you will get off your asses and do anything to stop them. I have to do it all by myself because no one else gives a shit. No liberal activist in this country will lift a finger to fix this country. And if they say, yes, we will, then step forward. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Put some comments. Show me all the good shit you've done. Now, I'm not saying liberal activists haven't done good shit. Sure they have. But is that good enough? No. I got higher standards. Here's where the superstar gets to testify under oath. Court of law. I wish it was a packed courtroom, but what they learned is there were times where there was a packed courtroom and when reporters were in the courtroom, I steal the show. I blow everybody away. Everyone says, he's telling the truth. He's humiliating each lie they tell. Everything he says makes complete sense. Fuck, he's good. Even the DA, by the end, the DA is like, Christopher should go into stand-up comedy. Yeah. I'm going to make you guys look like fools. I'm going to do it very well. Now, here's the real fight. It's Christopher CXB, world's most ferocious activist ever, smartest and funniest, on the witness stand under oath. And against him is his opponent, ADA, Assistant District Attorney, i.e. prosecutor, Ryan Haywood. He's the doofus who flubs everything. Ryan Haywood, but poor sap, he didn't ask for this job. But yeah, if you don't understand, I've been, for like at least a year by this point, I have been mocking him, humiliating him, emasculating him. Cartoons, funny letters, all kinds of stuff. In courtrooms, I kept humiliating him. And I do that deliberately. I want to piss, you want to know a secret? A lot of people say, you shouldn't yell at judges. All the other inmates, they say, that's crazy. You don't fucking insult the judge in front of his face. You don't fucking attack the DAs. You're asking for trouble. I'm like, I'm smarter than you think I am. One, the angrier the DA gets at me, the more he fucks up, because his emotions override his intellect. Ding, 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 ding. But why do you tell off judges? Like, because when I tell off a judge, if I have a bad judge, I'm going to tell that bad judge off. Because now, if that judge ever presides in my case again, he's violated the law. He's got a conflict of interest. You see? Ding, 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 ding. That, when I insult the judge, that judge can never, ever, ever preside over any of my cases again. That's a conflict of interest. See what I did there? I'm a little clever. And all the inmates, after they hear my stuff, they go, damn, that's fucking smart. Why didn't I think of that? Like, thank you. Spread the word. If you got a bad judge, piss that bad judge off. Make it personal. They have to get rid of that judge and bring in a new judge. Now, of course, they don't do that when it's a case like mine where they really want to get you. But it works. Just like that famous case where the guy was losing, his trial was going bad, so he punched out his own lawyer in the face in front of the jury. They had to do a mistrial, get him a new jury, new trial, everything. It works. So now you have to understand, Ryan, he's rock the hard place, but he's like, my bosses are watching me. I gotta win this one against CXB because he's kicking the shit out of us again. I gotta win this. He's shitting his pants. I gotta take on CXB. Oh, fuck. And he tried being cocky. So good. Here's the best part of it. And I'll just give you this and wrap it up. It's amazing. I still can't believe he did this. I mean, it's like, wow, do your homework, idiot. One of his first pieces of evidence, he's got a piece of paper in his hands. He says, Your Honor, I'd like to present the witness with this thing and have him take a look at this. Like, okay. I say, yeah, let me see it. It's a cartoon I drew of him, ADA Ryan Hayward, maybe his boss, Cyrus Vance. I can't remember. I think Vance or Hines. I think there's another DA in the cartoon with him. And they're both raping a little boy. All my fellow inmates are like, "You're fucked up. You don't send them letters calling them pedophiles. Don't draw cartoons as pedophiles." I was doing it on the outside of envelopes and mailing it to them. So all the mailman, everybody was like, "What? This DA is a pedophile? This DA is a pedophile?" I was vindicated. The DAs got caught. A couple years later, 2012, 2013, they got caught protecting pedophiles. New York Times, everyone reported what I was reporting years earlier. There's a reason they've spent millions of dollars to put me in jail, and all the newspapers have smeared me internationally. There's a reason. Because I'm fucking good. This is so funny. So he hands me that, and he says, "Mr. Brodeur, what is that?" or whatever. And I say, "Oh, it's a cartoon." He's like, "Did you draw that cartoon?" And I said, "Oh, hell yes, I did." And then I held the cartoon up so the judge could see it. Held it up so there was maybe a few people in the courtroom. I don't think there were any reporters, even though we warned them. But they knew. We know Christopher's going to win. We know Christopher's being framed. We helped frame them because if he gets away with this shit, he's going to bring all of us down. And we're all going to go to prison. He's good. So I show it to everybody, court officers. I'm like, "Look at this." Yeah, I said, "It actually looks pretty good. It looks a lot like you, Ryan." And he says, "Mr. Brodeur, is it your testimony today?" He's trying, now remember, he has to show that I'm mentally insane. That's what his goal right now. I'm under oath. This is a competency hearing. His goal is to prove to this judge, who's not in the pocket of the DA, that I am mentally insane, and so insane that I'm not fit for trial. I'm not fit for trial. I don't know what crime is. I don't know what guilty means. So this is his brilliant idea. Here's where he really goes Hayward. He goes Hayward right from the start. Because this is one of the first things he hit me with. It wasn't that long a hearing, I don't think. Maybe a couple hours. Maybe even not that. I talk a lot under oath, believe me. I think you can believe me on that one. His genius idea is, here's what I'll do. I'll show Christopher a cartoon of him where he drew me and the DA as pedophiles raping a little boy. And that will show he's insane. This is why you have to film my trials. Even if the transcripts were accurate, they're going to miss tons of things. Example, they don't show the stammering of my lawyer. They don't show the stammering of witnesses. I don't stammer under oath because I'm telling the truth. I don't have to think about the shit as I'm going along, what I'm saying, because it's all true, you fucking fucktards. Even after you fucking made me a drooling imbecile from fucking sleep deprivation and no food, I still, even at 10% of brain power, I'm certainly smarter than all of you fucktards combined. That's why you became a DA, because you don't need a brain to be a DA. You also don't need any intelligence to be a judge. They have clerks to do all the heavy lifting for them. thing is a racket. It's all criminal racket, people. So anyhow, pardon my bad hair day. I hate these little stripes it's creating here. It looks like fat lines or something. So, this is so good. Let's wrap this fucking motherfucker up. I've already cracked an hour. Oh my god, this is insanity. It's gonna crash any moment. Out of hard drive space. He says, is it your testimony that I molest little boys? Or words to that effect. Oh, thank you. Thank you for this softball. I love to act up. I love to ham it up in a court of law. I love to overact, chew the scenery. Let's do this. I lean forward dramatically. And I say, is it your testimony that I molest little boys? Moving this, melting under the light. I lean forward and I go, remember, I'm under oath on the witness stand. And I say, well, is your testimony, Mr. Brodeur, that I molest kids? I lean forward. That cartoon, that's what it shows. I lean forward, dramatic pauses. And I say, if you, Ryan, were not mentally insane, you would know what a metaphor is. And I made him look like a jackass. I mean, I played it up. I'm not really selling it too hard here. And I kept going. There was lots more. But right there, that's how I operate. I made him look. You understand? I didn't just say, no, I don't think you molest kids. It was a metaphor. Oh, I beat the piss out of the fucktard. I said, if you weren't mentally insane, you'd know what a metaphor is. But I dragged it out like I showed you. Like, water torture, motherfucker. Now again, when I've seen my transcripts, it's gobbledygook. They want to destroy the historical record. Do you understand? Because now remember, everyone in court saw my shit and said, this shit is fucking nuts. Staff, Riker staff, everyone said, the shit they're doing to you, we've never seen before. They are out to get you like nothing we've ever seen. I'm like, I think I know that already. Believe me, I know that. I'm living it. They're doing stuff to me that's never been done in U.S. history. Everybody knew this shit was going to make history books. So that's why the stenographers had to make sure the historical record was obliterated. Someday, I'm afraid someday we're going to have to recreate this, and I'll improvise it all so you can see I'm not making this shit up. But there were many more questions, but it was a bloodbath. It was a fucking bloodbath. Check this out. How much of a bloodbath was it? The judge, what the fuck's his name? At one point, because remember, I don't just answer yes or no. Oh, I'm not. I'm throwing the kitchen sink in any chance I get to throw an insult at you. I also did point out, I said, you can look, I said, it's not a secret that you guys protect pedophiles. You're infamous for protecting the Catholic Church for over 100 years. You can't say you didn't know they were raping children systemically. They admitted it. And still you won't prosecute them. You literally protected child molesters. So that's a metaphor about how you and the other DAs raped the children. I was vicious. I am vicious. Lots of people come to me 10 years later and say, you made me feel like a total piece of shit. I'm like, that's because you are a total piece of shit. Do you understand? I destroyed him. I put him on trial. That's what and I always warn them in advance. I say, listen, you may need to take to some people who prosecuted me in the past. You're not putting me on trial. I'm going to put you on trial, motherfuckers. That's why I like to go to trial. Have a nice day. Don't say you weren't warned. I gave you fair warning, you fucking assholes. But you still trust Tortoise v. Hare and think you're going to bait me. I was vicious. Every time I answered one of his, remember, he's cross-examining me under oath. Every time he asked me a question, I would throw in a cheap shot. I would hammer the point that he's the criminal. He's the criminal. He's the criminal. He should be in jail. He already should have been in jail a long time ago. He's the criminal. You're the criminal. You're the criminal. You should go to jail just for protecting pedophiles. Blah, 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 blah. At one point, the judge, who's sitting right next to me, he says, out loud, he says, Mr. Brodeur, have you ever heard the phrase, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory? That was his exact quote. He said, Mr. Brodeur, have you ever heard the phrase, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory? Now, I hope you understand what he means by that, because I did. What he was saying is, Christopher, you've already destroyed them. Hell, He was maybe even saying the DA, those two shrinks destroyed themselves. The DA's case destroyed the DA's case. You didn't even need to say a single word, Mr. Brodeur. They have no case. This is a ridiculous hearing. I understand you're enjoying beating the shit out of him and making a mockery of him and our legal process, which is dirty. But if you keep going overboard, I might lose sympathy for you. And he said, when it was done, he said, clearly Mr. Brodeur is fit for trial, etc., etc., and I was cleared. And of those 6 arrests, I think they ended up dismissing maybe 5 of them. Not then, they still dragged it. Oh, see, the rest of the story is much worse. The judge then actually went even further. He said, it's insane. After he said, Mr. Brodeur is not only fit for trial, blah, 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 but I'm ordering you to take this to trial immediately. He's been in jail for 100 days on these charges. Now, you can't hold a misdemeanor for more than 30 days under American law, or at least New York State law. Even if I'm guilty, you have to prove it. You can't just hold me in jail forever, and you can't detain a person in New York who's charged with a misdemeanor for more than 30 days. Even on bail, you can't. If their bail's high and they can't pay it, you still have to release them after 30 days. Speedy trial laws. Misdemeanors are not that heavy. You can't detain somebody that long. I had been held for 100 days, and the reason they did it, I mean, the way they did it, this particular time, 100 days, that's why they did the 730. It allowed them to hold me past the legal expiration date. Of course, it didn't. It was a violation of law. It has to be a felony, blah, 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 blah. They had faked everything. But the judge was furious, and he was pretty vicious with the DA, and he said, this is out. Not only is this outrageous that he's been held this long with no conviction, the reason the original judge hit him with the 730 was outrageous, which was true. Oh, I should tell you that. You know why? That judge, Tondra Dawson, black woman judge, completely dirty, probably the dirtiest judge I ever saw, and top 2 judges who knew nothing about law of any kind. Her argument, this is why she threw me in jail for 100 days. She said, Mr. Brodeur, I said, I'm going to be my own attorney. I'll keep this piece of shit you gave me as my assistant, but I'm lead attorney, okay? And the judge said, all right, that is your right. And they question you to see, like, do you know anything about legal terms? You know, are you skilled enough to actually represent yourself? Because I have to make sure, I have to look out for you. And I said, believe me, I've beaten the government 24 times. I think I'm pretty good at this. Blah, blah, blah. I've blah, 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 blah. I answered all of her questions. We got to the very last question. I had passed all of her tests. The very last question is where she hits me. Now, my stupid lawyer, what's her name? Sagnahatri? Sai Agnahatri. She was legal aid, piece of shit, worthless, would not do anything to help me. She says, don't worry, Christopher. Now, the story's complicated. At this point, at this hearing, actually, I had been held for 30 days. Now, my lawyer, she says, don't worry, Christopher. If they don't release you today, or they don't start trial today, they have to release you. It's 30 days. And I said, is this your first day on the job? You don't know my cases, apparently. They've never not done dirty tricks. Watch. And my lawyer's like, nope, they have to. By law, they have to release you tomorrow if they don't start trial today. And I said, well, they ain't going to trial on this garbage. Jessica made everything up, and they agreed that Jessica made everything. This is never going to trial. All right, will you trust me? I have a little bit more experience in this than you do. I've never been wrong in thousands of predictions I've made in all my prior cases. And this is 2010, I think, maybe 2011. 2010, I believe, though. My shitty lawyer, she says, they have to release you today. And I said, you're absolutely wrong. Watch. The judge is questioning me because we're supposedly ready to start trial, but first I'm going to represent myself as lead attorney. So the judge is making sure I'm fit for that. And I'm past everything in flying colors. She's got one last question. Mr. Brodeur, are you voluntarily choosing to be your own lawyer? Nobody's forcing you, right? Because if you're going to do this, we can't let you have an excuse where there was a gun to your head and you use that on appeal after you lose your case because you're terrible as a lawyer. I said, are you voluntarily choosing to be a lawyer? Now, here's where it fucks me up. I'm accurate. And often accuracy isn't good. Accuracy sometimes confuses people. You need to say it exactly as they understand it, even if that's incorrect. You know what I mean, right? Language is flawed. And details matter. She says, are you voluntarily choosing to be your own lawyer? And I stopped for a second. I said, that's a good question. I said, I'd say technically it's 80% yes, because I know all the facts of my case. I'm smarter than any lawyer I've ever seen. I know more about the law than any of these lawyers, etc. So it's 80% voluntary, yes. 20% involuntary, in that if I lived in Sweden, where they actually have a better legal system, I might be more inclined to trust my court-appointed attorney. But here, our system is completely corrupt. I can't trust them. So 20% of it is involuntary because the system is corrupt and illegal, and 80% voluntary. The judge said, no, it's a yes or no answer. And I said, no, it isn't. The judge said, it's a yes or no answer. Are you I'll try it one more time, Mr. Brodeur. Are you voluntarily choosing to be your own lawyer? And I said, it's not yes or no. It's 80% yes, 20% no. And I was pretty clear about it. The judge says, take him away, 30 days psych evaluation. There's something wrong with this guy. So now jump to 100 days, or not 100 days, 70 days later when we had this competency hearing and the shrink said, I'm mentally insane, da 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 da. The judge, he not only says Mr. Brodeur is not only fit for trial, but the Judge Dawson's argument for even doing the psych evaluation is outrageous. What I said was completely reasonable, and he was backing me up. Said his own sub-judge was full of shit. I'm pretty good. And I called their bluff. I think only one of those arrests, they ended up actually taking to trial because they had to get me on something. Because they're like, if we lose, we can't drop every arrest. If we drop every arrest, how does that look? We can drop most of them, but we have to try and fake a conviction on one so it looks like we were somewhat legitimate. And they cheated all that too. But this has been my story about one of my favorite competency hearings ever. I love it. If you ever see Ryan Hayward, he still works there. Ryan Hayward. Tell him CXB says hi. Even 5 of Ryan's detectives said my music is brilliant. And they said, Christopher, you're a genius. Actually, here's a funny aside. Every fact in my cases is amazing. One time when they arrested me, they bring you into the DA's office, which is stupid. You don't do that with Christopher Brodeur. This wasn't the NYPD arresting me. This was the DA's own detectives who are not NYPD. They arrested me, cuffed me from court, I think. And then they brought me into the DA's office inside the courthouse. I'm walking through the cubicles and I'm like, are you guys stupid? So I start making a big scene. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, CXB has entered the building. Will he defeat the crooked DA like he did the last 30 times? I'm just making a huge scene. Everyone's coming out of their office going, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, you don't bring me into the belly of the beast. Are you stupid? Do you not know who I am? Google me, you idiot. Before you start a war, do your homework. They take me into the holding area, special little room, little cage, a little cleaner than most jails. They put me in there. They say, Christopher, you want some water? They all know I'm a good guy. The cops love me. I'm only in there for 5 minutes. And another detective who's not related to my case walks by and he looks at me and then he does a double take and he's like, hey, aren't you the guy who ran for mayor? And I said, no, but everyone tells me I look like that jerk. It's a joke. I am that guy. I'm kind of famous in lots of parts of New York City for running for mayor and doing some real damage. This is a detective. And he then says to the other detectives, hey, you guys, this is that guy. This is the guy who ran for mayor. His platform was really smart. Tell them some of your platform. My 100 Innovations is the smartest platform in the history of mankind. And you can't find one person who will say, no, it isn't, and will challenge me. You can't find one person who will say, it's not the smartest political platform. Even people who hate me, they say, yes, it is the smartest political platform in history of mankind. You can't compare me to the founding fathers, for example. I'm about 7 million times smarter than those oafs. They flubbed a lot of shit. Am I wrong? The detective says, this guy, I'm like, I told you guys, you don't know who you're fucking messing with. I'm kind of a hot shot. And all of a sudden, they Google me. They're sitting right there at the desk. They Google me, and they're like, oh, shit. Blah, blah, blah. We heard your music, Christopher. It's brilliant. 5 different detectives said, your music's brilliant, Christopher. And they would give me variations of like, so why do you do this shit? You should be out there making money with your music, man. And I said, they're like, you're brilliant. Why are you fucking getting in trouble with it? I'm like, because it's going to take somebody as brilliant as me to take your complete super Nazi system down. And I'm gonna. Or I'm gonna die trying. That's how surreal my life is. Example, one time I'm going through a courtroom in handcuffs from the jail cells, and the CO, he's like, didn't I see you on TV singing a song about Lou Reed's cock? And I said, that's my regional hit, Lou Reed's cock. He's like, it's a pretty funny song. I'm like, thank you. I have so many fans in jail. I had to sign so many autographs. Inmates, guards, captains. I'm a superstar. Go to those courthouses in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and ask them about CXB or show my picture, and they'll go, that guy is a fucking work of art. and they all said the same thing. They're going to be making movies about this starring Johnny Depp. I'm like, no, I want Schwarzenegger and Stallone because it's going to take 2 of them. It's going to take 2 of them to meet this, bitches. I didn't get that in Rikers, by the way. I was a fucking skeleton in Rikers. They starved me and wouldn't get me sleep. They didn't starve anybody else but me. And you know why. Over and out, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow citizens. If you want a better world, you can have it in 3 weeks. But not if you sit on your ass and don't do anything. Over and out. Holy fuck, this is the longest video I ever fucking made. This is too fucking long to make a fucking video. Holy fuck.